Hello, United family. Hope I found you well. This is your United uncle. Today we're back again discussing about our great team, Manchester United. Today's topic is pre-season. We want to talk about pre-season. As you know, pre-season is the games which are played just before the main season. As the name says, pre-season. It's something which happens before the main season. So basically, the reasons of pre-season is to check the fitness of the players, to upgrade or to improve the fitness of the players, for the coach to check the combinations, to check who he wants or who he doesn't want, who the club wants to sell, all sort of things. The people who started pre-season, that was their aim, is a time where you get together, team building, to plan about the future of the club, during the coming season. So clubs which are well run, they don't start to plan during the preseason. They plan on the previous season, what they're gonna do during the preseason and what they're gonna do during the season. That's what you do. But as we see what's happening at Manchester, they don't plan in advance. They don't plan what they're supposed to do. They are confused in a way. They are not sure. Are they gonna do this or are they gonna do that? Typical example: there was a rumor that they were supposed to fire Ten Hag last season after the FA Cup. It's like they wanted him to Manchester United to be defeated by Man City. But what happened? Man United pull a rabbit out of the hat and we won against Man City. You remember the FA Cup final, which we won 2-1, courtesy of Ganacho and who's this? Maino, young players from our academy. So the aim was, if we get defeated by City, we fire the coach there and there. But it didn't happen. So it made all the plans go in the forest. So a normal team, what they were supposed to do, if they knew that they were supposed to fire the coach there and there, they were supposed to do it no matter the result. And they were supposed to bring in the coach they wanted so that you plan for the next season. But Manchester United didn't do that. They left the coach to go on holiday. They were looking for coaches, what, and we started buying players with the old coach in mind. But the owners knew that this coach is not gonna last. They knew that there is a wave from the supporters, from the community, that no, we need to get rid of this coach. So to me, that was another mistake from the part of the ownership. As I told you, that pre-season is for planning what you're gonna do during the season. Now, we know these owners of these teams, they are billionaires in their own right, and I respect them. All of us were not billionaires. There's a reason why they are billionaires or millionaires. It means they're intelligent in a way. So we should respect them. But it doesn't mean if someone is a billionaire, it means he knows everything. He can be a billionaire, he knows how to put money in his pocket, but he doesn't have a clue of how to run a club, how to maintain a successful club, how to retain the club to where it's supposed to be. That's what I think is the problem. We're run by people who know how to make money, but they are not really sure of how to run a football club. I don't know if I'm wrong, correct me on that one. Because there's a lot of mistakes which have been happening. Uh, as I told you, the purpose of the preseason is to plan for the season. So it means if you're planning for the season, roughly you need to go with the players which you're gonna be with during the season. If you are sure that this player is going, why do you take that player to the preseason? Why do you take that player to the preseason? It's a question, that one. Like, example, we went to a preseason with Sancho, knowing very well Sancho doesn't want to play for Ten Hag. Sancho even played in the Community Shield. He even missed a penalty, knowing very well that in some days to come he's going to go to Chelsea. What was the reason of that? That's another mistake. We went to the preseason with the Scott McTominay, knowing very well they want to sell Scott McTominay to Napoli. What was the reason of going with Scott McTominay to Napoli? We went again to what do you call it, to the preseason with Wan-Bissaka, knowing very well that Wan-Bissaka is going to be sold to West Ham. What was the reason of going with Wan-Bissaka? There were players they were trying to sell. Eriksson, Casemiro, even Victor Lindelof. If you know very well that you're gonna sell players, why do you take them to the preseason? You should send a message, even for potential suitors for those players, that these players are not in the team's plan. I know it might be a tactic to improve their value, that no, you are buying them, but us, we still need them. But I think we should say it as it is. If the plan is to let the player go, the players should go, should not be part of the preseason, because you are confusing everything. We played almost all our preseason games with those guys, knowing very well they are going. So what is the purpose? It means when we start the season, we're just starting from scratch. We didn't do what we're supposed to be doing on the preseason. The main problem, again, which I'm seeing on the preseason tours, is now a money-making scheme. It's now a marketing thing. It's now a thing to market the club, to sell the jerseys, to put revenue in the club. It's no longer about the combination of the team, about what the coach need, about the fitness. It's now like a holiday, a luxury thing to improve your footprint around the world, things like that. As you all know, that this great thing, the great team is supported everywhere. Is this not solely on Manchester United, but many teams are now using the preseason as like a marketing tour, not a soccer event. Or that's the other thing which I'm seeing. That's why you see the likes of Pep Guardiola, they are not even keen in playing a lot of matches during the preseason, because you play a lot of useless matches. Some you play with a lot of youth players, things like that. People they are not going to even play. So what is the purpose? Me, I believe if you can even take 22 players, only 22 players, which you are sure they're going to be playing, and maybe some extras, let's just say 25, 26 in case. Just that these players, I'm going to need them during the season. If you want to buy another one, you bring that player to the preseason. The other thing which I've seen is a problem when it comes to our team, we delay to make signings. Because me, what I think is you need to buy players. As soon as the transfer window opens, you buy early and you organize for those players to come to the preseason. We have seen recently that we don't organize for our players to come to the preseason, and we buy our players late. That's what I've seen. If I can give you an example of Eriksson. Eriksson, the time he was bought on the 15th of July 2022. But what did they do? They let him stay in Manchester. He didn't join the team in the preseason. But I checked on the same time, Arsenal bought Zinchenko from Man City on the 22nd of July the same year. And soon as they bought him, he followed Arsenal to the preseason. That's a difference. Look at what Arsenal did during that season. Sterling was bought by Chelsea on the same time, 13 July, and he followed the team to the preseason. But us, we bought Ericsson during the same time, but what did you do? We let him stay in Manchester. That's the difference of a good team, a team which is serious, a team which wants to win, and a team which is not serious. Now I understand why people like Mourinho, they say Manchester is not run like a football club. Manchester is run like a commercial entity. That's why Manchester is on the stock exchange, because it's run commercially. They care more about the commercial side, not the football side. We thought we are gonna see a difference when Ineos put in the money. I know Sir Jim, he's got his famous quote that it's better you walk to the right decision than run to the wrong decision. He takes his time, he analyzes. Hopefully it will work. But as things are now, it's like we're going back. We're going back, we're regressing instead of progressing. That's the other thing which I've seen. An example also, we buy players late. I don't know why. We buy players late. I can give you endless examples. People who came late. Uh, Instead of buying players early, then you bring them to the preseason. We can give you an example. And another one was bought during the preseason, like Joshua Zirkzee is an example. Joshua Zirkzee was bought, but what happened? Joshua Zirkzee, he spent a week or two training alone in Manchester. We're seeing videos of him running alone at Carrington there, what, but the team is there in America. What is the purpose of that? How much is the ticket? What's so difficult to say no? He join us. He can do his individual training there with the team. If he's not yet ready to meet with the team, but there are things which we're gonna like team building. He's gonna find friends, form friends, things like that. It's gonna help a lot. Those guys they meet when we were almost playing in the Community Shield. So all those things, I don't know. We're gonna see as we go to the end of the season. We're gonna see how they're gonna plan this preseason. Was me the key part. If you get the preseason wrong, forget about your season. Check, do your research about the teams which are doing well, and check how they handle their preseason fixtures. How do they handle the preseason activities? They can be marketing on the side, but on the football side, things are straight. They know exactly what they're supposed to do. So me, my plea to Ineos, say Jim, Bradford, and we know the Glazers are still running the show, is please do your things correctly. We know Omar is the one who's in charge now, Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox, and stuff going down. Please plan things on time so that the team will do well during the season. Don't expect miracles when you didn't plan. Now the transfer window is open. What's happening? We know very well the team lacks balance. We've been playing with no left back since I don't know when. But now they're starting to wake up. We need a left back. We need what. We've been playing players out of positions since I don't know. But you expect miracles when it comes to the ground. What you expect? What do you expect when you're doing such things? This is my 2 cents about Manchester United. They need to improve on their preseason. They need to improve on their preseason planning. I don't know if you've got something you need to add, something you think that I left out, what I need to improve. Please feel free to comment, feel free to like, and maybe some people are not aware. You can subscribe, it's free of charge. No one will charge you anything, and you can put that notification bell. It will just help me to grow my channel. By you helping me, it also helps me to improve my content, to do my research, and bring you quality content. This is your United Uncle. I thank you.